back to my channel. It's Malaysia. If you're new here, welcome. It's also my first video of 2021. So sorry that it's been a minute since I posted. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is my second Q&A. I was supposed to answer these questions a couple of weeks ago. I'm so sorry. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Also, don't forget to click that little bell to be notified every time that I post. Yeah, let's get into it. The first question is, how has your relationship with social media changed since quarantine? I would definitely say that in the beginning I was on it a lot, and even now I'm on it a lot. It's like a cycle. I follow and unfollow a lot, so it's like I'm definitely more intentional about the people that I follow and like the company that I keep on social media, just because literally social media is our only connection to people right now. So it's just really good to be intentional about who you follow, what you see, what's on your explore page, all that type of stuff. Ways I coped with 2020. Honestly, I don't even know if I have any particular ways that I coped with 2020. Child, honestly, it wasn't terrible, but it also wasn't like, it's definitely not the best year I've had. I started meditating, I started doing more yoga. I think I took more steps with wellness, like mental, not so much physical wellness besides like yoga and meditation. 2020 definitely taught me to not take things for granted and to just go for things all the way. If it's something that I want. I don't know, I don't have any particular ways, but I definitely would say that I was more kind to myself and I was more understanding of myself. Biggest takeaway that I learned from quarantining, as I said in the previous question, being more intentional. And honestly, I'm a planner, but I'm sometimes a planner and don't ever go through with things. And I think quarantining and being away from people taught me to go for things, stop waiting for the perfect time to do things, do them when they're right in front of you, because you never know when you're going to be in a global pandemic and you're not going to be able to do a lot of the things that you wanted to do before. Next question is, take anything that I did last year back, what would I do? I definitely would have I don't know. I don't think there's any way that any of us could have been prepared for the semester that we had last semester. I tried a little bit harder because although I did pass all my classes and I actually made the dean's list for the first time in my college career, and even though I really didn't try that hard, I really didn't try that hard, and even though I got really good grades, I could have done better. I think if I could take back anything from last year, I definitely would have saved more money, because I mean, I have a budget, but I'm a really bad spender. And I also would have tried harder during the semester. Biggest things I'm looking forward to in 2021. I'm very excited to finally be working in classes and taking classes that are like a part of a major that I'm really passionate about and that I actually want to be in. Fingers crossed that I don't want to change again, because that's just so much work, and then I'm gonna have to like take other classes. But right now I'm taking the most major classes I've ever taken, which is bringing me closer obviously to fulfilling all of my credit hours for my degree. So I'm really happy about that. Just really excited to like meet new people, just like develop like friendship relationships, like platonic relationships, I don't know, maybe some romantic relationships. I'm just excited to just see what 2021 has in store. So hopefully my optimism pays off in the end. I'm gonna try to go more into like the lighthearted questions now. The next question is biggest flex. My biggest flex would definitely have to be, I don't know. I think I'm a really good conversationalist. Like, I can talk about a lot of things. Honestly, just give me a topic and someone who's actually comfortable with people. I don't know, because that can also be the icebreaker. I'm not a perfect person. I can be nervous sometimes, but I feel like I'm a really good conversationalist. Make a conversation out of anything, basically. But I didn't always used to be this way. It took a lot of me like being vulnerable and putting myself out there and being like, hey, what do I have to lose? Like, here's a person, I'm a person, let's just talk. And that's really how it went. I'm a really nervous person, I'm a really shy person, but when I put myself out there, I never regret it. And I almost always end up like making a friend out of it or just meeting somebody new in general. Top 5 songs to dance to. Okay, so I was just discussing this the other day. because I was saying how I don't have playlists. I literally just hit shuffle on my Apple, and I know Apple's really bad at shuffling, but I literally don't have like playlists. I literally just hit shuffle, and that's like what I listen to. Top 5 songs to dance to at this very moment. Let's Not Act Like Good Days by SZA didn't just come out on Christmas. I honestly haven't listened to much since then, because why would I when that exists? But I think let me go through my Apple Music. I listen to a lot of like Mac Airs. I listen to like Lucky Day, SZA, I listen to a lot of Kehlani. I don't know, if I come up with some, maybe while I'm editing this, I'll just put them like right here. So I'll pretty much dance to anything, if I'm being completely honest. So the next question is, do you ever wish you went to an HBCU instead? If I'm being super duper honest, I didn't look into really any HBCUs. Like, I have always if I'm being like completely honest, even before I came to college, I didn't even know where I was going until the March of the year that I graduated. I knew I was going to college, but I didn't know where I was going, and I was honestly just more concerned with the financial aspect and like getting enough money to go and scholarships and stuff like that. So I was really just planning on to go where the money resides, basically. Just basically planning on going where the money resides and the scholarship resides. But when it comes to HBCUs, I did apply to some, but I don't think I ever went as far as like even checking the status as to whether I got in, because there was just like no way to check it. Like I applied to like Clark Atlanta, I applied to Howard, but I never actually saw if I got in or not. And even to this day, I don't know if I got in, because the portal that they had like for their application page, it would never let me see like my status of anything. So maybe that was something on my part, maybe that's something on their part, I don't know, but I never even knew, for real. The next question is, why Ohio State? I was graduating, I'm like, girl, you need to pick a school right now, like right now. And I was just like, okay, like let's they're giving me the most money, they're giving me the most opportunities, let's pick Ohio State, and just see how it goes. And I'm really glad that I did choose Ohio State. What do you use to edit videos? I use just plain old iMovie to edit, do all of my like super edits, do all my cutting and things like that. And then for like my graphics and things, I will either use PicMonkey or Canva, and I use those for like my green screens, for my titles. Then I'll just use like no copyright music for my background music. And the key to it, and things that I do, you really just have to play around with a lot of stuff. We'll get some like effects from Google Images or Google GIFs, and then just like make them transparent so you can put them over top of your video clips. But I feel like the most important thing when it comes to editing for me is that I don't like when my videos are too long, because I want to like keep people's attention. If I'm being completely honest, I could take a 30-minute clip and make it like 3 minutes, or 3 to 5 minutes, and that'll be like the video. So I try to like keep my videos kind of short, not super short, but I try to keep them a little bit short so that I keep people's attention. That I also keep in mind is to not cut out too much so that people know what I'm doing. But I also don't prefer to talk too much. I'm kind of like a nervous talker. Like, I love to talk, but when it comes to like talking into just like a camera, sometimes it can get a little awkward. So sometimes I don't really like talking that much. My editing is really just like my own little style that I've just but just little things that I like to do when I edit my videos. I also made like, okay, so I'm a really bad journaler, but I did get this journal, and I just basically wrote down all of like my goals, big or small, in it, and write down everything that I want to do within the next year. I saw this thing on Twitter that was like, stop trying to do everything at once. That's why like you never really end up getting anything done, is because you like you're trying to do everything at once. And I'm like, you know what, that's actually exactly what I do. I end up having so many like plans and dreams, and I want to do it all at once, and then I just end up doing none of it, which is really bad. I guess maybe I should also share some of my goals that I have written in my little journal. So I'm just gonna give some, I'm not gonna give all, because you know. I just have like little goals and manifestations in this journal. Like some of my biggest projects are I want to start like writing more poetry and journaling. I want to do like more DIYs and sewing on my channel. I really want a sewing machine, but a lot of times I just stick to hand sewing because that's like the easiest and the most, I think that's like the cheapest way. So I want to do more DIYs on this channel. I want to try to learn how to do more protective styles. Of course I love my locks because these are so easy to do, and I think they just match me a lot. So but I do want to learn how to do like more protective styles. I want to kind of step more out of my comfort zone when it comes to my style. I want to get more accent pieces that you know, will like go with things. I'm very much like a I don't have a lot of clothes because I don't like acquiring too many clothes, but I do want more like accent pieces that I can just wear with anything. I really like pieces like that you can just wear with anything. One of the last things that I really want to do, like projects, these aren't really goals, these are more so like projects I guess. But I want to like up my editing game, try some new methods with editing, maybe get a new software. And then I guess some of my manifestations, I'll become more self-aware. I'll find more of my purpose and I guess more of like why I'm here on this earth. What am I supposed to be doing? Because I think that everybody has a purpose and I just want to take more steps to finding out what that is for me. I think this one is one of my favorites. It says I will attract a love that is good for me, and this could really mean like platonic love, romantic love. I just really want to attract things and people that reciprocate the same amount of love and affection and appreciation that I give to those people. So that would be like also one of my biggest things, because I have a really bad habit of just giving too much to people who don't necessarily deserve it. Not deserve it, because everybody deserves compassion and love and support, but I think sometimes I give it to people who don't necessarily need it from me, but also people who don't necessarily deserve it from me in particular, maybe from another person but not from me. That's all I'll share for now. So that is the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed listening to me like ramble and talk. I hope I answered those questions okay, especially like the new year one, but I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.